If sometimes I have a really top night, I just like talk to anything in my kitchen. I talk
an object. You're just like, like, hey, Vitamix, you and me are about to have a talk.
Well,
Vitamix is a great listener.
And my team said, you said something. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself.
I love that, actually. You're just like, you wouldn't tell anyone, would you?
I feel like the Vitamix would be a great listener. Maybe Roboku too. I don't know. You're listening to Copper and Heat, the podcast exploring the unspoken rules and traditions of restaurants. I'm Katy Osuna. This episode is part 2 of 3 in a mini-series we're doing in collaboration with the Southern Smoke Foundation and Visit Houston. And we're addressing an unspoken thing in the restaurant industry that affects all of us in some way: mental health. Back in October, Visit Houston flew me out to podcast from one of the coolest food events, the Southern Smoke Festival. Over 60 chefs gathered in the city to cook and serve food at this massive event. But it's not just about the food, it's also a fundraiser for the Southern Smoke Foundation. If you haven't heard of this foundation, started by a couple of food industry folks, they exist to take care of our own, as they say.
So emergency relief is still, a huge, huge piece of what we do. And then the other piece is our mental health program.
This is Lindsay Brown. She's one of the founders and the executive director of Southern Smoke. As she said, they have an emergency relief program, which was the first program that they developed. But after hearing from other chefs about the need for mental health support, they expanded their programs.
Back in 2018 during festival, one of Chris's cooks came to him and said, we've got the best minds in the country in one place. We should talk to them. We should have a roundtable. We should see what is important to them right now. And maybe Southern Smoke can do something. And when we got everybody in a room, it all had to do with mental health in some way. And it took 2 years from then before we launched our first state, which was Texas. And we realized that partnering with universities, providing grants to universities that give us, not only the expertise of, PhD candidates and also the professors that are supervising them, but also there's a consistency in care because that supervisor is always there. So we are developing relationships with universities around the country. We now have 5 states: Texas, Louisiana, California, Illinois, and New York. And we have LOIs, I believe, in 7 other states. So it's just finding the funding. It costs about $60,000 a year to fund a university. So when you do the math, that's a pretty significant amount of money to raise every single year for the mental health program, but it's important.
How do folks access the mental health services and the financial assistance?
So both are on the homepage of our website, which is southernsmoke.org. There is a button that says Get Help, and then it gives you a choice between emergency relief and mental health. Emergency relief, you fill out a form. And the first thing is the qualification. And so we have only 2 things you need to qualify for funding. One is that you must have worked in the food and beverage industry for 6 months for 30 hours a week. And so we verify that by pay stubs or employer verification. One thing that we found that it moves things a lot faster is when the employer reaches out to us. It just moves things a whole lot faster because they can provide us the documentation. Yes, he's worked here for 6 months, 30 hours a week, no problem. We have the same qualifications for mental health as well, the 6 months and the 30 hours.
Like Lindsay said, if you're looking for support, go to their website, southernsmoke.org. And if you're in the position to support others, you can donate on their website as well. The annual Southern Smoke Festival is what brought me to Houston in October. Southern Smoke has been an organization that we've known about from a distance for a while because of the way that they supported restaurant workers during the pandemic. So when they invited me to go to their festival and chat with chefs that I really admire, I was incredibly excited. As these food events usually go, it was a very busy few days, with chefs prepping in different restaurants all over town. There was a small chef lounge at one of the hotels in downtown Houston, which is where we recorded these conversations. I set up a little table in the corner of the space where chefs were coming in and out to grab their welcome bags and morning treats, and I had some very interesting and open conversations with these chefs that are all very accomplished, from Food and Wine Best Chefs to James Beard Award winners to all sorts of best of lists. And even with all of these accolades and accomplishments, they all, like everyone else in the restaurant industry, are on their own journeys of mental health. For these 3 episodes, we'll be bringing you into the Chef's Lounge to hear these conversations. In this episode, I'm talking with G. Benchawan Painter and Ana Castro.
Yeah, I'm G. Benchawan Painter from Street to Kitchen.
Awesome. Here in Houston, yeah?
Yes, Houston.
Since learning how to cook in her grandmother's neighborhood restaurant in central Thailand, G has been a natural chef. After marrying her husband Graham, G moved to Houston in 2015 and jumped into the city's food scene, bringing her deep knowledge of Thai cuisine to restaurants like Saltaire and Theodore Rex. In 2020, the Painters opened Street to Kitchen, which features all scratch-made Thai foods rooted in her grandmother's recipes and techniques. They opened their second restaurant in collaboration with Chef David Skinner, and is called The Preserve at Eculent. G won a 2023 James Beard Award for the Best Chef Texas.
And my name is Ana Castro from Lengua Madre in New Orleans.
Raised in Mexico City by her grandmother, Ana learned early the importance of sourcing and preparing food. She traveled from India to Europe to New York to, ultimately, New Orleans, driven by her desire to learn from different cuisines and cultures. In New Orleans, she worked her way to sous chef at Coquette and was named a finalist for a 2018 James Beard Foundation Rising Star Award. In 2021, Ana opened Lengua Madre, serving a 5-course tasting menu inspired by her Mexican heritage and rooted in Southern American sensibilities. At the end of 2023, Ana will close Lengua and open a new restaurant with her sister Lydia in 2024. In 2022, Lengua was named one of Bon Appetit's 50 best new restaurants, and also Ana was hailed as one of Food and Wine's best new chefs. Is there anything that you feel like, mental health-wise, cooks and chefs don't talk about enough that you would want to talk about today? Everything.
Yeah, kind of like it. I know, right? I don't know. I think it's kind of tough because on my side, I just feel like we don't want to share that to everybody because
Right.
they already have their own, and you don't want to put that on top of them. You know what
Like
I
a
mean?
burden.
Yeah, because they already have their own issue and a thing like that, and you don't want to put what you holding on and you feeling it on top of what they having. So I think that's why we try to not talk about it.
Yeah.
But we try to do something fun so actually have a little bit fun time and just not too much like brain issue.
Not too heavy.
Yeah. But sometimes you can't have. Sometimes things are really heavy and you just yeah.
It just like bursts.
Yeah.
I think at Lengua, I struggle a lot with anxiety, and I'm Mexican, and as in many cultures, but at least in my very Mexican family, there's a big taboo around talking about mental health. You know, when I told my father I was on Prozac, he pretty much told me that I was like one step away from like a sanatorium. Yes, and I love my father. He's my best friend, and I adore him. But, you know, he's just from a different generation. You know, I keep talking about this to him, about grief processing and stuff. And I don't know, it's like some conversations. Sometimes he's receptive to them. Sometimes I can see like the wheels turning in his head, but not really, you know. And in the kitchen, I think what I've established with my team are really strong bonds where the overarching theme or idea is an emphasis on communication, and then that way you're just like, no, like I want to check in on your mental health. No, like I'm like I want to communicate with you what's going on, and then it naturally progresses into mental health. And then the contract that we've signed with each other, the unspoken contract is that of extending grace to each other.
Totally.
I always say, you know, like the only way that I can know is if you share with me. You don't have to share specifics.
Yeah.
If you just tell me I'm not feeling okay, that's enough for me. I just know that you might want to leave early, you might not come in, or whatever it is. My currency with my team is that of like complete and full transparency. And I keep absolutely nothing from them, and they don't keep anything from me.
Yeah.
But we're also lucky because it's a really small team. We're like 9 people at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really easy to like
Talk to
be
each
friends,
other,
talk to
yeah.
each other. And I'm really scared my next project is going to have to be larger.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the team is probably going to have to be around 20.
And it's
And I
so
don't,
bigger,
it's going to
scary.
be way different. I'm going to have to maintain it. You know, it just means that I'm going to have to put like even more like emphasis and effort into like
Yeah.
the culture
Right.
of the restaurant.
You both are moving into a bigger, because you're
Yes.
moving into a bigger spot too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are. I tell my team like, hey, if you don't want to talk to me, it's okay. Vegetable in the walk-in is still available. If you have something to listen and not talk back,
Yeah.
just walk to the walk-in, talk to some veggie in there, and it will make you feel better. 'Cause I do that sometimes.
I like
Yes.
usually tell people I don't want to wait until it's like until I'm rude to someone or like I
Yeah.
check it up
Right.
on someone. You know, I usually like if I'm not feeling great, I'll usually come in and I'll be like, I literally have done this before at pre-shift. I'll be like, hey guys, I'm not feeling great today. This and this and this. Very overarching. I don't go into specifics because I also don't want to burden them with my problems.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're all like, yep, heard chef. You know, but they come to me and they're like, hey, everything from I broke up with my partner to like this is the anniversary of a friend's death. Everything, you know?
Yeah. I'd like to maybe rewind a little bit because you're talking a lot about, like what you're doing now to take care of some of this. How did you kind of get to this point? What was kind of your journey to becoming a chef? And then how did you start to actually think about like, oh, mental health is a real thing? Like that we need to be paying attention to.
I mean,
Yeah. When you just like I think it's on everything in this kind of job, like long hour, not enough sleep, it's so much pressure, and on like the owner or boss side, you have so much you have to take response. It's not just you anymore; it's people behind you, and you will try to do everything to just make sure everybody's safe.
Yeah.
But you forgot sometimes you still human being. Everything cannot be perfect. It's okay to just like mess up something, but I think all that pressure we carry on that make us feel like, oh, we need help too. It's just in there inside of you, and you don't know until you start to feel them about to explode because it's too much in your brain.
Yeah.
And that's I think it's so much. That's why when people ask me what do I do when there's so much pressure like that, I said I talk to my garden, I talk to my cooler, because I think we just need to take it out.
Yeah.
To just take out of us and just restart fresh. It just, I think that's the way. That's why we go to a therapist. Someone just listen to you, and all you need to is just someone listen to you. That's why if sometimes I have a really top night, I just talk to anything in my kitchen. And I talk.
an object, you're just like, hey, Vitamix, you and me are about to have a talk.
Mine makes us a great listener.
Something and my team said, you said something, oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself.
I love that, actually. You're just like, you wouldn't tell anyone, would you?
I feel like the Vitamix would be a great listener. Maybe Roboku too. I don't know.
I feel like that too.
It's really help, So all you need is take it out and you start fresh. And that's, I don't know, it's worked for me.
Yeah, you can't compress it. Just like keep like.
You can't take everything like too much on you.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, we still human being. We have the feeling too.
Yeah.
So we can hurt. That's normal. We can cry. That's normal. If you want to cry, just cry. It's no one gonna judge you. And after you cry, you just start fresh. You say, okay, I'm ready.
Okay, we're good to go.
Yeah. I worked in really like fine dining environment in New York. And it was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad because the culture was not only like abusive physically and mentally, but it was so insidious, honestly, that the only way to belong to the culture was by taking it and dispensing the same abuse.
Yeah.
So you had to become the abuser a little bit, right? And I was part of that culture. Hell, I'm not proud of it. But like also like I was struggling a lot, which what I now know, panic attacks, depression, anxiety, drinking way too much, like not taking care of my health. I think it just reached a breaking point for me in New York where I was just like, I'm miserable. I was no fun to be around. One of my best friends and my roommate told me, he was like, babe, you are a dreadful person to be around. I love you. She's one of my best friends to this date. She's like, I love you, but you need to stop. You need to change something.
Well,
wake up call.
I think she really loves you because she tell you the truth. Like
she always, Marina always tells me the truth.
A good friend will tell you when you just need to just stop what you're doing right now. You need to
Yeah.
too far. Yeah.
She was like, you need to stop. So I moved out of New York. I went to Louisiana where my sister lived to like catch chill for a second, and I ended up staying there. The work doesn't get any easier, it's still like a lot, but now I have better habits. Even if I have to work a double, which is something that like, I mean, not glorifying the grind here at all. Like, honestly, it's just sometimes what it's required of me.
Yeah.
And I try to break up my day, like go in, do some prep, do some stuff in the morning.
And take a break.
I actually, the gym that I go to is a mile away from the restaurant.
Amazing.
So I drive there, I go, I'll take a 30-minute swim, a 30-minute shower. Sometimes if I don't feel like swimming, there's a dry flotation tank where I take a 30-minute nap, then I shower, and then I go. I'll like do
more stuff.
everything within my power to like reset myself. I started cold plunging.
Oh.
Actually great.
Do you try that salt water bath?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever remedy you have, I was
it's just
want
like
it.
my first couple year, I don't take day off. It's so much, maybe because it's my first restaurant, so it's so much pressure
Of
there.
course.
And when you turn to be a third year, I feel like, wait a minute, me and Graham, we both own together, right, the restaurant, and we feel like we have no time to do anything together. We don't even have time to go see friends or day off or anything. And even you like see each other every day, but we don't really have time, personal time to go somewhere, everything like that. That's why we start to feel like, hey, it's okay for me to take a day off too, because no one gonna say anything, because we need a day off too, even you own it, you just need a day off too. So once we start to take a day off, start to like going out and eat, go to a shopping bath.
Oh my God, yes.
We start to do thing like we not doing the past couple years. And they feel pretty good. I think it's the whole point. I just want to say it's okay to just take care of yourself. No one gonna judge you. It just like it just takes day off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always, with my friendships and my partner and everything, I always feel like I need to take the time to be with them, even if it's not that much. I always say that I want to give the people in my life, in my personal life, but I want to give them what's best of me, not what's left of me.
Yes, agree.
I like that a lot.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
love
one.
that. That's why I have at home on vacation off. Yeah, so before that, so I'm from Thailand. I'm really far from family. So I tell Graham like, okay, I would love to take 1 month off every year. I know it sounds like a lot, and I ask him, I've been working 11 months straight. I just need 1 month to go visit my family in Thailand and spend time with them.
You have to reconnect.
Yes,
Yeah.
because like I'm a family person, and for me to come far away, it's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
All my family's in Mexico.
Yeah. So
Well-
that's why I tell him, okay, I gotta take 1 month every year.
Yeah.
And I deserve it because
Yeah.
I work 11 months straight ahead, and I just need to spend time with my family too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I go
that's
to
great.
Mexico a couple times a year. Like, it's way closer.
Yeah.
But I will try to go, even if it's my dad's birthday. I'll go for 3 days, 2 days and a half. I'll make the flight. I know that, like, of course, it's a privilege. As a Mexican American, I think it's super important to me for right now to, like, I don't know, just kind of like touch on it, that I am fully aware that that's a privilege, that there's millions of people that live in this country that don't have that privilege of moving
Right.
freely through the border, and they just come to America and they're just like, I might never see my family again. So for that, I am eternally grateful, and I understand, like, but I even have the resources to make that trip, But I do, so I try to, like, do it as often as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also like, what you do, what I do is so deeply cultural.
Yeah.
You have to go reconnect. You have to
Yes.
feed yourself. You have to be within your community, your culture, your language. You have to hear. I don't know if you feel this, but when I go to Mexico and I get off the
I
plane
feel like back home.
and your brain switches to hearing your language, it's like,
I know. That's a good feeling.
it's
like
a great feeling.
I feel, like I said, feel good to be home, and I don't know, I feel like it's good for us to refresh ourselves too. Because when you
course.
come back, you feel really fresh. You feel like you're ready.
Inspired,
Yeah, you're just
energized.
ready to go. It's just like it's a good for us to just take that.
Yeah.
Cause it just, I don't know. I feel like I say it's so much going on with this kind of job, and sometimes people get like they don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
They just burn out, and
Yeah.
that is
100%.
that is not good.
Yeah.
I know. But I feel like when you take even couple days to go somewhere, get your body a little bit like break it, and when you come back, you feel like you fresh again. You're ready to do it. But you don't want to burn out the job you love. That is not good.
No.
It's not good because you love it, but you hate it at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There has to be a balance.
yeah, it has to have a balance.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's not that easy. Is it?
No. Yeah, it's like I've lived my life in the pursuit of said balance. Some days are better than others. Thank you for checking in.
Yeah, have to have grace, like you were saying. Like, have to, be okay. You are a human. You are not a robot. How did you get to that point where you're like, okay, I do value myself and my own sanity, and like, I know that I'm not going to be my best self. How did you get to that point? Because I know like restaurant people are not used to that. At least when I worked in restaurants, that is not the culture I was also raised in.
I think like the thing I do is like I talk to my mom a lot. She's a good listener. She know like how tough is it, and she just always listen, and she just like she never say anything, but she just like I'm so proud of you. You do such a good job.
Do you ever feel like everything that you do is just so your mom can say that she's proud of you? Because I feel like that. Everything that I do, I just want my grandmother to be able to go hang out with her friends, and she be like, "Oh, Anna was on the New York Times." Like, I just want her to be able to like flaunt that. That's all I want. That's all I want.
No need to
Because
apologize.
they sacrifice everything for us,
Yeah.
so it's all for them.
Yeah.
I think we have such a good family support. That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard being that far from family. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. Take a breath. This is okay.
Yeah, it just
You're good.
kind of like turn a little bit emotion.
Of course,
Yeah.
it's very
Like I
emotional.
said, we still women, so we're really sensitive. So
Everybody should be a little bit more sensitive, I think.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Something else that you mentioned is just that kind of pressure. And I know you both have been getting a lot of attention lately from like external attention and validation. I'm sure that's really hard, like having both like all of this external stuff going on, but then also like, okay, why am I actually doing this? And like trying to balance that. How do you do that?
oh, that's kind of tough, like because like I said, like I'm not just like little Thai restaurant and gas station anymore. I have that wall behind my back, so people already judge you on that. Like, you better be good, your food better taste good, and that's kind of thing. It's good way and bad way.
Yeah.
My whole goal is just to being the favor. I go up with my mom and my grandma, share it with everybody. I want everybody to just be happy. Every time I saw people like really enjoy and smile with the food we making, and make me so happy. It's just being my memory back when we young, and we just like that's the memory we having is so good. And like I said, some people they might not like that kind of favor, and it tends to be like really get hurt sometimes when they just leave some review and you feel like it's not that bad, it's just different, and they really tear you apart inside until I have to stop listening all the review. It just like, and I tell Grandma at the same time, hey, you can't tell 100 people love you the whole time.
Yeah.
You might have some of them not really dating, they might don't really the favor they're looking for, and that's okay, and you have a lot of people love you, love the favor. All you do is just sharing what you want to share them. That's the favor, the culture, the who you are on that. And that will be like, that's the whole thing I'm trying to do right now. Like I said, like you have something behind your back too, so you should not mess up. And that's the thing. It just it for me kind of like, all right, you have to keep doing until you just break down, and you just like, oh, maybe I just need to step back a little bit to just take care of myself too.
Yeah.
It's just that's what's on my side.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I'm a cynical person out of my core. I'm a cynic, and I love it.
Love it. Love it.
I love that about myself. But I think I'm able to see things very clearly. For me, okay. So it's like a multi-pronged question, right? Yes, there's the accolades and there are the media attention and everything. I would be remiss if I said that. If I didn't say that, I would like very grateful that there's millions of people that work as hard, if not harder, that they never get that, right? So I am here, like, you know, I occupy this position. I will occupy it gladly and proudly. But at the same time, I understand that this is not the metric of success for me. Why do I do this? Because I would not, because I there's nothing else that I would do rather than this, because I actually, to my core, love it. I learned this word when I moved to Louisiana. It's a Cajun word. It's lagniappe.
Lengua?
Lagnippe. Lagniappe.
does that
It
mean?
means an unexpected gift or a surprise. So anytime that there's an accolade, a recognition, I always tell myself and my team, this is just lagniappe. This is not why we do it. It feels great. It's fantastic. I'm grateful. But this is not my core. Like, I'm not doing this for this. This is
Right.
like an unexpected gift and a blessing and a surprise. But we keep moving. And yes, I also have, on the other side of that sword, you have people that come in and they're just like, oh, that was not Mexican food, you know? And now, but you know what? Usually white people, it's always white people, and they don't have the cultural credentials to understand what we're doing, but they seek to tear it apart nonetheless. It is infuriating. It's difficult when you put yourself out, when the food you're producing tells a story of who you are, where you came from, you know. It's more than food, it's your fucking life on a plate. And then someone says, oh, it was meh. It feels horrible. I don't know what your emotional response is. Mine is usually like pretty shortcut to being super pissed off. I'm just like, what do you know? When someone tells me it was just corn and beans, and I was like, corn and beans, that combination is a complete protein. If it wasn't for corn and beans, there would have been we would have lost so many civilizations in Mesoamerica, you know. That is the cornerstone of nutrition for, like, I don't know, millions of ancestral people. Corn and beans is culture. Corn and beans is life. And you just like dismiss it. You know what? And I am gonna make something that's gonna sound like an accusation, because it is. Americans don't hold anything sacred. So they don't understand when something is posted in front of them with this cultural weight. They don't understand it because they don't recognize it, because they don't have that for themselves. And you know what? So sorry. I am actually sorry. That's kind of how I dig myself out of anger sometimes, by saying, like, you've never experienced this, so you don't know what this means, because you've never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
agree.
the disconnection from the
Yeah.
culture is real.
It's not just foods, it's the culture and everything we are growing up, like, you know, and we want to present it the way, like, we think it's just the way we want to. And like I said, a lot of people not understand it, and that's okay. We try to explain to them, but nobody will understand it. Some people is, and some
Or
people not.
appreciate it.
Yes. But like I said, we all do our best. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like you said, it's so personal.
So much.
And some people don't get that.
There's a dish, one of the dishes that Lengua Madre had was, my grandfather used to love, you know, the Mexican red rice, arroz a la mexicana. That one, he used to love it, and he used to always eat it with a fried egg on top. So I made a rice that was very similar, a little more like a soupy rice, more like, not like it's so loose as a risotto, but just a little like a creamy tomato rice. And instead of fried egg, we did cured egg yolks and botarga on top. It was a tremendously simple dish. Everything was great, like the yolks from like this local farm, the like rice from Prairie Ronde in Louisiana, the tomatoes, heirloom beautiful tomatoes in the season, you know. And it was just like such a beautiful dish. And I was like, this for my grandfather that died. You know, my grandpa died like 3 years ago, so I made this dish for him. And I think about him when with this dish. And then someone is like, I went and I ate that Lengua Madre, and all they gave me was a bowl of rice.
It's hurt, you know, because
It fucking hurts.
the dish we make from our memory.
Yeah.
And if someone say like it's not good, and you feel like, well, you don't know story behind it. Like,
And I tell the story behind it so they can hear it, and they're like,
Yeah.
you know, this is a dish from my grandfather who passed away. My grandfather that was like a father to me, that like raised me, that drove me to school every day, you know. And they're like, just a bowl of rice.
Maybe just for you, but it's not.
Yeah, for me, it's everything.
Yeah, for you it's everything. For someone else, like I say, some people don't understand.
No.
Sometimes it can really hurt out before you know it, because all the dish we make is all about memory, the feeling we having, and we put all time, all like the feeling in there, and we just with everybody will love it. But some people not, and that's why we just have to just find a way to not take that.
You know, that's why I'm moving away from a tasting menu restaurant.
Interesting.
I'm not doing a tasting menu anymore. The new restaurant will be a la carte, seafood, coastal Mexican fare, based in Louisiana seafood,
That's
but
good.
no more tasting menu.
Yeah, I love to say no to people, the customers.
Me too. My favorite
I
word
love
to
that.
say is no. There's so much power in no.
I know.
There's so much
Setting
power in
boundaries
no.
is great.
But the new restaurant is just gonna be that because I don't think I have the mental maturity. And yes, I say this standing here at 34. I don't think I have the mental maturity yet to do a tasting menu
Interesting.
again and to put myself out there so hard
Yeah.
Yeah.
and to like take the criticism with like a grain of salt and just being like, oh well, this is not for everyone, and just move on. I don't think I have the mental fortitude just yet. I'll probably
Yeah.
have it in a couple years,
Yeah.
and I'll do it again then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a break for now. It's been great, and it's been the honor of my career doing this with Lengua Madre, but I am very ready to put it to rest for a couple
Yeah.
years.
Well, and it's interesting you say it that way. Like, you don't have the mental fortitude, but it's like, I've thought about it a lot that just like there are so many white chef bros that have very similar stories
To the bros.
to the bros that have very similar stories, like, oh, I'm making this very simple dish that's based on what my grandma used to make and blah blah blah, and they get lauded for it, they get a lot of attention for it, very positively, and people fall all over themselves for it. And I don't know, I don't think this is a you problem, is what I'm trying to say.
Thank you.
I think this
But I
is a
think
bigger.
definitely. But
Yeah.
I think the way it affects, you can only
Yeah.
control yourself.
Oh, 100%.
So I need to like get like better emotional
Yeah.
tools in my toolkit to like deal with that. There was this one person, the one that said meh. She's like one of those like influencer restaurant girlies, like 20 something years old, Tulane. But I went on a deep dive and I found
no.
her name, her address. Like, I've lost like a couple hours of my life
Yeah.
to finding exactly where this person like.
Yeah, that's,
And then I was
Yeah.
just like, you know what?
it's not worth it.
Oh my god.
Not worth it.
My sister, who's like standing over there, told me, Anna, you have got to come down. And she was like, you have to come down.
Yeah.
I was like crying. I was like all puffy and shit. I was just like, you understand? Like, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, she was like, and I was almost like being like, side with me. This is also your story. This offense has also been done to you because this is also your thing. This is as much mine as it's yours. And she was like, Anna, you cannot let this thing that you have no control of like have so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
power over you.
Yeah.
Goddamn. As he was just like, you have got to come down,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she was just like, you have to. I walked off my ledge eventually, but yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. I agree. Yes. Some people think like they know everything, and they just turn you really in a down mode. And like I said, you can't just skip that. Like you know it's not true. Just skip that.
Yeah.
It's not worth your time in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is so hard, but
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough. It really emotional earlier until we hit the point like, you know what? It's so many people loving us. Just looking on
That's
that
very
part.
true.
Yeah, just looking at that part, skip the
That's
part that
very
people just like.
true.
So I was just start to looking at a good review.
yeah.
And
Too. I'm not doing that.
yeah,
I like bad
and,
delete.
well if the bad review and you say the thing they say is not true, you just skip it. It's just like some people just say thing like, we get one comment that give us really bad review and they don't even have chance to sit down eat because they do not make reservation and we can't sit them.
Oh yeah, and then they give you
And they
0
just
stars.
yeah, and they give us really bad review, and we just reply that I'm so sorry, but thanks so much for coming in. I hope next time we can fit you the food because we get bad
Jesus
review and we
Christ.
feel like we don't even do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And
No.
I know they don't even try the food and they just like they pissed off because we don't have table for them.
Yeah, you should plan better. I
On
don't know
a
what to tell
Friday
you.
night, like Friday
Not our
night.
problem.
Yes.
You know, Mason from Jerky and the Wolf, one of my favorite things that happened to him is this is a review that we all love so much that he immortalized it in a piece of wallpaper at Molly's Rise and Shine, where it says, passed it on the T-Bus, didn't stop, 1 star.
I know. So, we laughing about that kind of review. It's just like, we know the whole story, and this is exactly not what happening, you know. But we just passed it. It's just to skip that part. It's like,
that's all you can do. All you can
100%.
control, which is so hard. Okay, we're coming up on the end of our time already. So quick.
I know, right?
Okay, we already kind of touched on this, but what is like one thing that you do to take care of yourself, or like set a boundary, or anything?
So many things you can take care of yourself. It's okay to take a day off. This is I learned from myself. Like, don't wait until you hit the part you're about to just break down. If you feel a little bit, okay, step back.
A little bit.
Take a breath. Because when it's just too much in same time, you will explode, and that may be a little bit too late. So if you start to feel it, find something like take a day off. Find something like therapy or garden is really helping. I love to do.
I hate bugs.
I don't like snake, and it's a so funny story. I'm gonna do garden today, and start to move pot and pan, and when I saw snakes, I say I'm done now. Don't do it
Never mind.
anymore.
We're done.
I can do it. Yeah, it's just like find something to do, not just working and cooking. Just like find something out. It's okay to do that. Go somewhere, take your brain a little bit, like freshness, watch a movie, like sing karaoke. It's okay. Like hang out with your friend, do something out. It just, you have to take care of yourself. No one can do it for you if you don't start it. So you're the one have enough power to do it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Don't feel guilty. If I do it, my team will not gonna see me working, thing like that. I said, no, they understand too, because when they hit that point, they will need it to. So you show them it's okay if you just need like a break on it, and they can too. It's not just you. So I think that's the point. Is just for me.
Yeah, you have to take care of yourself by example.
Yes.
I think for me, I try to swim every day that I'm at the restaurant. So usually I'm at the restaurant Wednesdays through Sundays. So I try to swim every day. It sometimes does not happen. But even if I just go cold plunge or something, I am the wellness industry's target audience here. I am the one that I'm trying to fix my body that I keep breaking, So, it's just like, who keeps breaking it? I was like, it's you.
It's me.
But one thing that I actually do, religiously, is I have a massage the first Monday of every month. Every month. And it's made such a difference in me. I look forward to the first Monday of every month, so I don't go like, oh my god, another month, no. I'm like, hell yeah, my massage time is almost here. I take a 90-minute massage. Yes, with the same massage therapist, by the way. So she's like, she now knows exactly like where I keep my tension and everything. And we always have a great time. I'm just like, oh, you got a new bowl. I just think that sounded different, like one of those.
I think every chef should have their own massage. Maybe.
Yeah, so that's the one thing that I do religiously. But I do try to take care of myself.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that is so good. Everybody needs to hear that. Just take care of yourself.
You need it. It's
Well, thank you both so much for talking with me.
Thank you.
It's been lovely. It's so nice to meet you and chat with you.
Likewise.
I'm a big fan of both of you.
Thank you for being with me, Chef. I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to Anna and G for chatting with me in this episode. You can find more about them.
Lengua Madre in New Orleans until the end of the year, and then I will be at my new project, Acamaya, coming April 2024 to the beautiful Backwater neighborhood of New Orleans. At Lengua Madre Nola, mine is Ana Banana. That's right, I did it. Ana Banana _Castro. Had to do it. That's my personal one. If you wanna follow for me having a silly goofy time all the time.
Yes. Alright, so we are no longer in our location anymore. We'll be grand opening on November 11. It's my grandma's birthday too. Yes, gonna be on East Downtown. So
Great.
3401 Hellebuck Boulevard, Suite G.
Awesome.
That's the building.
Okay.
Yes. Instagram or Facebook, Street to Kitchen. That's the business one. So my personal one is G Benchawan.
Oh, I follow you.
Yeah.
Patty's book too.
You're a great follow.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
In the next episode, I'm talking with chefs Rima Seal and Carlo Lamagna. So tune in for that next Tuesday. A huge thank you to Visit Houston for sponsoring my trip out to Houston and to Southern Smoke for such a great time. To learn more and apply for their emergency assistance or mental health programs, check out the links in the show notes. This episode was produced by me, Katy Osuna. It was co-produced and edited by Rachel Palmer. Sound engineering and scoring was by Ricardo Osuna. Thanks for listening.